Hi everyone. So today I want to introduce to you a really powerful method that I use a lot in my work. And what it does is that it allows us to create a separation between the noise that is taking place in our mind and who we are. Most of us are living in our life thinking that the noise and the stories and the belief systems that are taking place in our mind are our life. We think it's real. We think it just is the way it is. But it's not. What's actually occurring is that there is a constant loop of noise, of stories and belief systems and programming that is taking place in the mind. And we are identifying with it, thinking that it is us. We are identifying with it, believing and knowing that it is truth, it is our reality, and this is what we are taking actions from, this is what we are making choices from, and this is what we are allowing our life to unfold from. And so the method that I'm teaching you now is going to be able to start breaking you out from the noise, from this pattern, from this loop that has been living your life. And what that gives you is that when you can step out of it and stand on new ground, it starts giving you more space, a pause, where you can choose to behave and act differently. And that is how your life will start to unfold differently. So let's begin. I like to call this the stalking method, because that is exactly what we're going to be doing. It's where we really start to stalk the noise that is taking place in our mind. So this is how we begin. This is going to be a commitment that will take place over a minimum period of 2 weeks of your life. And so really make that commitment. And the more committed that you are to it, the more you give to it, the bigger the level of freedom and opportunity of transformation that you will be able to get. So give it everything you've got. You're worth it. So start on day 1, and I want you to get a journal out. And literally, I want you to carry the journal around with you and start stalking the noise that is taking place in your mind. Now, for you to do this, you're going to have to slow down. Most of us are moving so fast in our life purposefully, so we don't really have to hear what is there and feel what is there. So for you to be able to start being able to hear the noise that is taking place in your mind, you're going to have to slow down. So with your journal, on day 1, I want you to start writing down the beliefs, the messages, the stories that are going over and over and over again in your head, in your mind, and write them down on paper. And I really want you to withhold any kind of analysis around this. Don't try and analyze it yet. It's almost impossible to see something clearly when we are in the middle of it. We have to be able to create a whole picture of something and then stand back and look at it clearly. So when you begin, please try to withhold your desire to analyze it too quickly, because it won't make any sense. So just write down all the messages and beliefs and stories that are taking place in your mind. Now, it sounds monotonous. It is. And actually, that's a very useful thing to experience, because the noise that is taking place in our mind is monotonous. It just goes on and 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 on. And that is what is living our life. So it's actually really useful to start seeing how monotonous this process is. I don't believe in myself. I'm not good enough. I'm not safe. I am too fat. I have to be someone else. That person is better than me. Whatever it is, just write it down, write it down, write it down. Particularly notice at any points that you feel really triggered about something. If something triggers you in your life where you have a fight with someone, or maybe you're having a fight with your partner, or your mother, or the bus driver, or whatever it is, particularly the points where you've been triggered, I want you to get your journal out and write the noise that is taking place. What are the messages? What are the stories? What is your mind telling you that is happening? Write it down. And keep doing this practice as rigorously and vigilantly that you can do over a period of 10 to 14 days. Now, around day 6, between 6 and 10, you're going to start really seeing a pattern taking place. You're going to start seeing the same messages, the same beliefs, the same noise happening over and over and over and over again. And as you get to day 14, I want you to really stand back and look at it all and look at what has been living your life. All that noise that you've now written down on paper has been what has dictated your choices, your reactions, your feelings, your relationships. It has dictated it all. And I want you to stand back and look at it, objectively seeing, with the distinction that that noise is not you. It is programming. It is programming that you have picked up along the way, that you have started to believe as your reality. When you can stand back and see it for what it is, which is patterns and noise and stories, but not you, that starts to create a space between you